nabwelela naya kapambwe pamashaya kakukolokota nabwelela naya kapambwe pamashaya kakukolokota nabwelela naya kapambwe pamashaya kakukolokota nabwelela naya kasonde 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 pamashaya kakukolokota nabwelela naya kapambwe pamashaya Showato ayelelo ile katuile palibemba ayelelo apemba titi showato ayelelo ile katuile palibemba ayelelo shileka kasembe tukoma ule balukuta palimbita kasembe tukoma ule balukuta palimbita shileka kasembe tukoma ule balukuta palikapemba kasembe tukoma ule shuka palikapemba shileka kasembe tukoma ule balukuta palimbita kasembe tukoma ule balukuta palimbita kasembe tukoma ule shuka palikapemba kasembe tukoma ule shuka palikapemba tupya twaswilila twati utulondaka nuwondaka utulondaka nuwondaka akatutu nakayeya katwiwishe umwene mukulu uwa ulungu atafuna ngolo musangati chimwando ichatunga obulungu awewe chinakila mulumba ukuchisha ukumalembe awewe zombe kasonso ukuntala ukumbala awewe chibwe nondo ukwisunga ukulungu ukumpulungu katwatichisha ali zina lya wene wa ulungu ukumpeta ali asikazwe kwenu nawe lapali zombe amwana kasonso umwizi kulusi nsima monu siku wa chipuno chikulu kula pa kufyona afyona impasa na maembe umonsi wa kuntala asikazwe umile ya muchime nakulukuwa apa kusimula yasha yatula olo yasha yakutula ivyela vyao yashayasamika bubimiti wakuchila kuno chasenda manzi chita
Hello, good evening, Chuempala. Good evening, world. Good evening, Africa. Good evening, wherever you are receiving us from. This is TV Bakwetu. My name is Elias Munsha, and I'm coming to you live from Calgary, Alberta, here in Canada. I'm coming to you from TV Bakwetu Studios. Thank you for joining. I see that you've already shared this link with as many people as possible. That music we were playing is, who can guess the music? That is Kalambo Hit Parade, and the song is Kulikapembwa. Now, of course, as a Bemba speaker, you could say Kulikapembwa, but this is not Bemba. This is Mambwe, and so you should say Kulikapembwa. That's the song. So there is a website online that you can go to listen to these Kalambo Hit Parade songs. And this is not an ad because I'm not being engaged by that website to try and promote them. But I found that there were several songs from Zambia, the old ones. So it's Afro charts, good people. So you do subscribe and things like that. So I subscribe, and then I have access to a lot of good music from Zambia. So that's Afro chart, okay. And so that was Kulika Pembwa, very, very nice Namwanga, Mambwe, and Lungu music. I will be joined shortly by General Chipakupaku because we have a lot to talk about today. And what we want to do tonight is to appeal to our country, okay? The reason why we must appeal to our country is to ask each and every Zambian to tone down the temperature, Very important, tone it down, particularly with the kind of violence that we have heard today in Lusaka. We only have one country. We only have one home. And so we want to make this appeal to everybody now. This is not just directed at a certain political party, because it's very easy for us to just say violence is coming from the Patriotic Front. But the appeal is on each and every Zambian to make a pledge tonight that you are not going to participate in violence, in political violence. There should be no reason, absolutely no reason why our people should be dying because of this violence. Absolutely no reason. Because of elections, no. And so we're going to make a special appeal. And we are making a special appeal. And I grew up in Chuempala. I come from Chuempala. As a person from the compounds of Chuempala, kumaikulile, nakumaiteneke, nakumalemba, nakuchuempala proper, kuchuempala kuine, nakuchikola. All these kutuatasha, nakuchabanyama. All these are our places. That is home. It is home for everybody who lives in Chuempala. We could be divided in terms of political parties. Pantwine am NDC. Vachipakupaku is UPND. Na Lyumfuat Kwaliva na PF. We can all compete politically. That's okay. But never should we use violence against each other. There is no need to use violence. And on that note, I'm going to bring in my co-host, Mr. Norman Chipakupaku, so that we combine our forces tonight to appeal for calm in our country, to appeal for complete and total calm. General? Good evening, General.
Good evening to Impala. Good evening, my friends in Chawama. Good evening to my relatives in Matero. And good evening to our relatives in Mumbwa. Good evening to my relatives in Kasama. Kasama, why? Because again, there was some bit of violence this evening. And good evening, Musha. Good afternoon to you in Canada. And it's a sad day, Musha. It's a really, really sad day.
Right. General, some people in Livingston were complaining that when you and me come on air, we rarely greet Livingston. So today, wali vingi tuami posha.
I think
Vingi and Kazungula.
Kwamalota, kwali vingi ko. We are saying hello to you, and probably we should say hello to people in Zimba. We love you, people in Livingstone. So I don't know why we've always forgotten you. So tonight, I think let's say good evening to Livingstone, and especially the people who lived in Malota. Why, Musha? Because my mother used to live in Malota, so I know Livingstone very well. And I also buried my mother in Livingstone, so it's special. It's a very special town.
Yeah. Okay, General, I want us to make an appeal, and we are making an appeal to our people in Zambia. Now, General, I know that our TV presentation is multi-party, meaning we don't just have one political party represented on TV, Bakweto. We've never hidden our political affiliations. I'm NDC. General, what is your political party?
Mr. Musha, I've only belonged to two political parties in my life. I was unique, and I was unique until I resigned.
Right.
And then I only joined UPND 5 years ago. So in my life, I've only belonged to two political parties. I really didn't want to join politics again, but I saw what was happening. That's why I went back to join UPND. So I am UPND, and I don't apologize about that.
Now, before we go to try to pinpoint who was at fault for the violence in Lusaka and the 2 deaths today, I think we need to address our people directly to say, Zambians, please do not participate in violence, and let it be a personal appeal. General, what do you think?
I think it's a personal appeal, and that is what I'm ready to do tonight.
Right.
I am ready to address our people as Zambians tonight. I'm ready to appeal to our people, not as UPND, not as PF, not as MMD, not as DP, not as Socialist Party, but I'm appealing to people tonight as Zambians. Right. And my appeal is very, very simple. We only have one Zambia. Musha, I was in Uganda in 1994 when there was that terrible fight in Rwanda, which ended up with millions of people being killed.
Right.
And I've said many times, I don't want to see that happening in Zambia.
Yeah.
Musha, I also am aware of what happened in Zimbabwe after the independence of Zimbabwe, where thousands of the Matabele people were killed. And I don't want that to happen to my country.
Right.
I really don't want that to happen to my country. And my appeal tonight is to the leaders of all the political parties, all, especially the two political parties, UPND and PF, that there is no need to kill ourselves just to make sure that one person becomes president or remains as president. No need.
Right.
Definitely no need. And
yes.
You cannot be president when people are dying. Those two people who died yesterday or day before yesterday, It's not worth it.
Right.
I don't understand why we can think that the death of Lawrence Banda is okay because it's a political death. It's a Zambian. It's not okay. Only 3 days ago, UPND was burying another Zambian. It's not fair.
Right.
And we've only got 12 days, 13 days to go to it. You know, what we are getting now is that this is going to lead to more deaths in the next 12 days. Just to allow somebody either to remain in power or somebody to be president. I don't think it's worth it, Zambian. It's not worth it.
Right. And so me, as TV Evacuator here, we are appealing to the people in Matero. The people in Matero. You, in fact, to the MP, parliamentary candidates, Mr. Mao Sampa, Mr. Tom Mijelo, and several other candidates in Matero, tone down the temperature. Tone down the temperature. Once we tone down the temperature, we are going to go to elections as one country. And we need to reassure everybody in our country that it will be fine. It will be all right. So let's tone down a little bit. Let's focus on the issues. Let's stay focused on the economy. Let's stay focused on governance, on the rule of law, on justice. These are the themes that we need to stay focused on. And so to all the people in Matero, to all the people in Kanyama, to all political parties, violence is not the way. Let us get over that. Our country is going to do just fine.
It's three areas. In fact, not three. It's Kanyama, it's Chawama, it's Matero.
Right.
It's the intercity. That's where the violence is coming from. It's the Kamgodi.
Right.
And this afternoon, Vice President Nalumango was attacked in Kasama. We cannot allow that. And you know, we cannot allow a situation where we attack each other just for the sake of remaining in office or for the sake of winning elections. That should not be the case. We are a democracy, and in a democracy, it's the votes
that
which
count.
That should count.
Yeah.
Not the panga. So my
the
appeal
idea that go ahead, General.
My appeal, Musha, is that Commando, who's controlling Kanyama, Kalimanchi's group, which is controlling Chawama, the intercity, Kamugodi, Matero, let's calm down.
Right.
Let's calm down.
Right.
There might be divisions within PF.
Mm-hmm.
These divisions within PF should not result in the deaths of our people.
No.
It should not. It should not, because there's a fight in PF, then that our people should die. There's no reason for a fight between UPND and PF, which can result in the deaths of our people.
Right.
There's no need. There's really no need to have our people hacked.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of politics. There's no need. As you are saying, Mucha, we have the debt situation to worry about. We have the COVID situation to worry about. We've got a lot of issues to worry about.
Right. Yeah.
Over to you, Mucha.
All right. Yeah. So with all these worries, I think we can do it. Now, we are aware that some people, some cadres, believe that there is an area which is a no-go area for a citizen of our country. There is just no area which is a no-go area for anybody, right? What we need to allow is healthy political competition. Waliako. That's what we need to be seeing. People are free to move, to campaign, and the police are there to protect our citizens so that our citizens freely campaign, our citizens freely, promise things the way the politicians do. Because then I'm not a politician, but a politician. So the police need to facilitate the politician to go and campaign freely among the people. We need to give up on this idea that somehow certain areas belong to a particular political party. No, they don't. To all those people who think that they are generals and who think that they are commanders and who think that they are commandos, in all these places General has mentioned, Chawama, Intercity, Kanyama, Nakumatero, Mandevu, tone down. We've been appealing to the police to take action, but it appears like this issue is bigger than the police, right? Because what else can the police do? If the leader of Zambia, one of Zambia's largest political parties, such as the Patriotic Front, does not take proactive steps to rein in the militia, at Intercity, what else is the police going to do? Because they depend. In fact, what the police are saying is, these militias, these gangs, they belong to your political parties. Rein them in. That's what they are saying. Until the deaths today. We're going to wait for investigations, whatever they are. We understand that several UPND members have been picked up. We are appealing to the police. Do the right thing. Investigate properly. As long as they are UPND mwaikata. As long as UPND mwaikata. We expect you to investigate in a very impartial manner. Book those people responsible for the deaths of these two people, which some are saying it could be the Patriotic Front internal divisions because Muliu Wafia, Patriotic Front. But do the right thing, investigate properly, and after you've done your investigations, then you can detain whoever you want to detain. But we are not going to accept a situation where you just begin arresting and detaining members of one political party and you leave other people that may have instigated the violence. In any case, we are going to do just fine as a country. Let us continue keeping the faith and stay above violence. What happened to Vice President Nalumango in Kasama is honestly deplorable. It's completely unacceptable. But just in 12 days, our country is going to elections and we shall vote. And we shall vote and elect the leader that we've elected. General, I do understand, unless you want to continue to say something about the violence. Otherwise, we can move.
I think we need to put these facts on the table.
Right.
42 UPND members have been arrested.
Yeah.
I listened to the press conference from PF, led by Antonio.
Right.
They've already made their own investigations. They've already concluded who the people murderers are before the investigations have been done. I think let's leave the police, Mr. Kanganja and his team, although I have no faith in Mr. Kanganja. And Musha, I know that you don't like me to say this. I think the police in Zambia has failed. If I had my own way, I would move the army in. By now, there was going to be no Kamgodi, there was going to be no harassing people, there was going to be nothing in Kanyama, there was going to be nothing in Chawama by now. It was going to be done in 24 hours. And because the police is now almost on the side of one of the sides, the police is PF. So they are allowing people like Antonio Mwanza, they are allowing the provincial chairman of Lusaka, Kamba, to make their conclusions before investigations are done. And I think that would flare up the situation in Lusaka. And I think it's time the president acted. Mr. President, where are you? Your police has definitely failed. And if you don't take action now, in the next 20 days, we will have more deaths.
Right.
We will have more deaths because we know what Mr. Antonio Mwanza and Kamba are saying. They've already made their own conclusions. They've already concluded, and they've already said they are going to act. That is not how the police should work. The police should investigate first. Just like this UPND cadre was killed a few days ago, just like that other cadre was hacked, putting a UPND flag hacked on, he survived. Police should investigate and find out why are we having this situation.
Right.
And if the president does not act, Musha, mark my words, the next 12 days will be very, very difficult.
Right.
We will have more people dying in Lusaka. It might end up spreading to the Copper Belt. It might end up spreading to other provinces like Kasama Central, and then we will have problems. And Mr. Lungu should take the action. If your police has failed, Mr. Lungu, the army, I know my army. I know that army. They're professional. They will go and clean Kamgodi tomorrow. We know, Musha, it's not a secret anymore. There are people with guns in Kamgodi. There are people. Musha. Let's just call it as it is. There is a big fight over intercity and the bus stations because they are making money from intercity and the bus station. So it's the fight for this money, which is supposed to be going to the council in Lusaka, but it's not going to the council. It's going into the pockets of individuals. And this is what is causing this fight. This is why Kalimanshi, that's why Commando and everybody's fighting.
Right.
To make money, to continue making, they want the right to continue making money from intercity and the bus stations. The killing of innocent people is now just an excuse to find a very, very good excuse.
Right.
And for me, as Norman Chipakupaku, UPND member, what they saw in Solwezi, what they saw in Eastern Province is making some people uncomfortable.
Definitely.
So the only way they can go out now to cause more problems is to organize such horrible things to divert the attention from real politics.
Right.
So my challenge is to Mr. Lungu, act now and save the lives of our people, because from Antonio Mwanza and Kamba, they've already made their conclusions. And you know what? They are picking UPND regalia. So if you see anybody wearing regalia in Lusaka, it's not UPND. Not everybody wearing UPND regalia is UPND. They're using that regalia to cause problems. And that is known. And
right.
whatever happened for those two people to die, they went in and threw up UPND regalia. The question is, who did that? So for me, Munsha, I'm so scared. The next 12 days are going to be very difficult. Over to you.
All right. Now, I do see, General, that you are not very optimistic about the next 12 days. On the other hand, I am quite optimistic that peace shall prevail again, and we are going to have peace on the streets of Lusaka, on the streets of Zambia, because our people are going to resist the violence. They're going to refuse to participate in the violence. And so we've got to make a direct appeal to the people of Chawama and even those people who belong to these gangs. Don't fight. Don't kill another person. It will be all right. On the 12th, our people are going to be voting. General, this is unconfirmed news, but I want us to talk about it a little bit, okay? Now, I do understand that, I don't know, where did the news come from that the cargo plane from Abu Dhabi, is it Abu Dhabi?
Mm-hmm.
General?
From Dubai.
All right. Okay, so from Dubai, landed with extra cargo. Now, personally, the fact that a plane lands with extra cargo is not suspicious. I don't know what you think about that.
Musha, if you charter a plane, a charter means you are solely taking that plane for your use, and which means nobody else can have that access to the plane.
Right.
It doesn't mean that when you charter the plane, then you'll be responsible for loading. No. But when you charter the plane, the way ECZ chartered the plane to ferry our ballot boxes,
yeah,
it simply means that plane was solely dedicated to ECZ.
Yeah.
And it lands in Lusaka. It's not me making up the story. It was on the news. The only people who couldn't report about it is ECZ and BC as usual. The rest of the stations reported about this. They offload the ballot papers, and then all of a sudden there's this cargo appearing, which includes mobile phones, which includes all sorts of things which nobody knows and nobody claims. It's like those 48 houses. It looks like nobody knows. ECZ is saying, no, we don't know.
At Shane, at Mayanda, at no one owns them. But I could Shane at Yaishire Kula Fiayen. Yeah.
These boxes, Musha, are not like this little box. No, these are huge boxes.
Okay.
How can huge boxes end up in a plane designated and chartered by ECZ? And ECZ says we don't know.
Is that an official? So I'm out of the loop a little bit here. Is that an official statement from the Electoral Commission of Zambia that they have no idea who packed the extra boxes?
Yes, that's official. It's recorded. I've got it recorded.
Okay. So then it could have been a mistake, very panga mistake pa airport. That should have been going. Malawi. Panga mistake by Emirates, but to load something else. But General, I want to comment.
This issue here is this is a special charter. It's not like a commercial cargo. It's a special charter.
Right. Now,
it's a special charter by ECZ.
General, what I am noticing here is the integrity of our system. So I'm not necessarily looking at it from the perspective of saying that there is something nefarious going on. General, nefarious is a very big word. Now, there is something wrong at Kulifiru then, what I'm noticing here is the integrity of checks and balances. Because if there were no checks and balances, so I commend the system that we have in place where when they are printing ballots, there is representation. There is representation. In Dekengayasa Chitaland, pa Kenneth Kaunda International Airport, there is representation. No kuya chita inspect our parties, our citizens can go and inspect. Elo basango kwevat, in addition to the ballots, kuliama phone. It tells me, General Kwevati, our system has worked very well. And so what we need is to continue holding everybody accountable, continue following our systems from when they started printing ballots until the time that the people are going to go to elections. General, is my optimism misplaced?
We need optimists, but we also need pessimists like me. I smell a rat. I smell a rat because that's how my mind works. I think it's my background in the army. There's no way that boxes and boxes can find themselves in a plane,
right?
Which is carrying security documents. Those documents are security documents,
right?
And there's no way that boxes and boxes of phones and motors and all these other things can come. And then, Musha, you hear the story that no, the internet is going to be down and phones are going to be down from the 7th of August. Then you start connecting the dots. And I start asking myself, what type of phones are they? What type of phones were found? No, ECZ and whoever is at the airport should tell us what type of phones these were. Because if they are satellite phones,
right,
then it makes me conclude that this is a clear plan to switch off phones, to switch off the internet, and some people will be using internet phones.
right.
That's how my mind works. And that's how the mind of every security person works.
All right.
That plan was carrying security documents.
Yeah.
There's no way that from nowhere documents could come in. My mind works that way. It's either somebody in PF, ECZ wanted to import things illegally, covering up with ECZ.
Oh, right. Somebody.
So they don't pay tax. They don't pay tax. They don't do anything because everything was going to be under cover of ECZ.
Right. Now, General.
Or ECZ knew exactly what was happening, and they were caught. Now they're embarrassed. So the only way to say is, I know nothing.
Atikaya. Now, General, what do you then say about our ability to find out and expose this lie? That is where I'm coming from. Because several people are going to try many things. Now, we are not naive that a person who can find a loophole would want to exploit it to try and rig this election. But the integrity of our security is with checks and balances. And so, for the very fact that these things were actually discovered, General, I wish to commend our system. Whatever it is, I don't know who did it, but I wish to commend our system. It means then that the checks and balances we have so far performed. Well, and they will continue performing until August 12.
I agree with you, Moshe, on that. That the very fact that we identified those big boxes is a sign that the system somehow is working.
Right.
And the biggest question to me now is, what is going to happen with those bonds?
Yeah.
Are they going to be put in a secure place until the elections are over? Or are they going to disappear and go to the intended purpose?
Yeah, no, these people have been exposed.
Because after 3 days, Zambians will not talk about them. The way we stop talking about the 48 houses, as if they're not there. Right. So those boxes are there in Lusaka. We don't know what they are, but we know their phones. And very soon, I can tell you within 2 days or probably tomorrow, we can give you a list of what is in there. The question is, what is going to happen with those things? Are they going to be secure?
Right.
Or are they going to disappear and go to the intended purpose?
Yeah. So currently, ballot boxes are going into the ECZ warehouse, where representation from political parties and other stakeholders are watching over them. The dispatch of the electoral materials is going to be transparent. There'll be flagging of trucks with police escort to take them to provincial centers, from provincial centers, and then they're going to be distilled down to the polling stations. And so we expect that there's going to be a clear line of transparency there. And so this is an appeal and a commendation to the people of Zambia. Keep up with your vigilance. There will definitely be some people who think, because that's what they are claiming, General. Already, rig. But no, Zambians, President Lungu has not already rigged this election. There are some players who might try, but they are going to fail very terribly. So continue advocating for transparency. If a plane lands, it has extra cargo, expose it. And thank you for exposing that. There could be several other machinations that are going to come. Continue remaining vigilant. This is your election. We shouldn't lose our optimism. If anybody tries to rig this election, I'm telling you, the Constitutional Court will reverse such a rigging. It is as simple as that. I believe, that's what I believe. And so let us remain optimistic. On election day, General, we have said it several times. Our people are the biggest anti-rigging machine out there. What you need to do, wake up very early in the morning on August 12th. Wear your masks. Have breakfast. Now, if you have enough breakfast, give some to your neighbor. So let August 12th be a day of giving. Give some to your neighbor and then take your neighbor along with you. Go and line up. Go in pairs, go in groups, go and line up in a very peaceful manner and cast your votes. The only thing that can stop any rigging is your vote. Go and show up from Kasama to Kasempa, from Winilunga to Mufumbwe, from Nakonde to Mongu, everywhere. Let Zambia, akachalo konse ka Zambia, let it be full of lines. Konse ngoli mundeke fida balungu bate mwendeke. Ngabani nendeke balungu. Gabalole shapanshi bakala mona fiemi line everywhere, all across the country. Bazambia Air Force ngabali mumulu na bena kumbala. They will just be seeing our lines on the 12th. That is how we are going to stop any rigging.
Musha, somebody said he is going to win by 500,000 votes. So this is what, and then you receive phones, you receive all these things, and somebody is very sure that he's going to have 500,000 votes. Not 501, not 525, but 500,000 votes.
Yeah.
So for me, Zambians, keep your eyes open. Keep your ears open. Because what is going to happen between today and the 15th, if you don't keep your eyes open and your ears open, somebody will get 500,000 votes himself. Yes, because he's given himself, he has already declared that he's the winner. But to Zambians, you are the voters. Right. You are the employers. You are the final judges of this election.
Right.
And you are the final judges. Your vote, cast it, and protect it. And then somebody wants to give himself 500,000 votes.
Right.
They might try. Because, Musha, people are very clever. They can create ghost polling stations to try and give themselves those votes. Yeah. Keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and make sure that you watch. But democracy means giving the people the chance. And there's, I totally agree that democracy means people should vote. It's not ECZ making a decision.
No.
It's the Zambian voters themselves making that decision to decide who they hire and who they fire, or who they fire or hire. It's up to the Zambian people. It's not ECZ's job to do that.
Right.
ECZ's job is to count and verify. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is what I can say to Zambian people, Musha. They have to keep their eyes and ears open.
Right.
Because some people are up to no good. They are trying to play games with elections. Over to you.
Yeah. So the good thing about showing up and showing up big, not with ulesi, General Shaingire Muchinyanja. I almost wanted to dip into Nyanja number. I realized that you people like laughing at my Nyanja. So I want to say every person, a registered voter, to vote in this election. Go and vote. Go and vote. Go en masse. Mukachidi vishe ukuvota. Not if you bunangani yo. Because if you go there, no bunangani, everybody can place ballots in there. But if you as one people, one country, go and say, takuli ati no, we are university students. Imwe university students. Make sure that you travel. Ngo wikala kukasama. Elo you are registered in Munali pa University of Zambia. Travel. Nangu ni panse kutu walala. Nangu ni ba neighbor kutu wafuaya kuba neighbor bamo. Ati ba neighbor ndefuaya. Nkese dala kum kitchen yenu so that inkavote. Let it be like that. That is the message we need to emphasize. Elo, once the results begin trickling in, tukeshiba very early.
Yeah.
We'll just, in our general, we are going to work on ka system. You'll be very happy with our system. We'll just use some sampling from ECZ data, na data tukapoka from very reliable sources. We are not going to be playing with if you're pa Facebook. You know, if you're going to muntu watafie alemba. No. We want to be a credible source of electro news on election night. Credible source. And ECZ should partner with us. We are irresponsible cadres that are just going to be lying no. But when we get that data, first of all, we look at the turnout of some constituencies. We look at the percentage of votes. We are going to tell you, Zambians, you have done it by showing up, by kuya mukuvota, and by staying strong. You have done it. We're going to tell you. So that is what we are appealing. If there is anything you need to get out of our broadcast, our broadcaster tonight is show up, take your neighbor, go early. Osati vaulesi iai. I couldn't just resist Nyanja. Sorry. Osati vaulesi iai. Waulesi. Waulesi ni bwanji general. Osadie. Asadie. So we want to encourage everyone. Na imwe bachitawala. Bantu twalifuati bachitawala tamuvota. Nomba kanshi. Kwali bachitawala bamo. Abachitire register in this election. Na imwe bene bachitawala. Kuikava bwino. Mwamona. And when you are wearing a mask, bamunina tetiba mishibe yo. We are not saying that go and rebel against your church. What we are saying is muka fisame bwino. Elo muka evota. If we bapente, we'll be there. Bakatolika will be there. Na ba general ba UCZ bakabako. This is going to be a great election. Show up big, wait for the results, remain peaceful, feed your neighbor, and it's going to be all right.
Musha, what's happening here? We are saying go turn up in big numbers and vote.
Right.
Our friends are saying let's cause violence so that people don't go and vote. So those two deaths you saw yesterday could be the beginning of that strategy of forcing people not to go and vote.
Yeah.
Because apathy is going to wait for somebody.
Right.
Apathy, if you don't go and vote by Zambians, you give a chance to somebody to actually rig these elections.
Right.
If you go and vote in big numbers, somebody will struggle to rig.
Kutafirwa. But unangwata bika po in 500,000. When Zambians show up, they give our candidate
500,000 to you. Somebody can give himself 500,000 votes, but Zambians will give you 6 million. And then 500,000 ni madimbi. So Zambians go and vote. So that the 500,000 which somebody has given himself will not work. And if you all go and vote early. Because if you wait until 10 o'clock, you will see cadres threatening you to go and vote. Go and vote early. Go in big groups. Don't go one by one. Go in big groups.
Right.
Because if you go on your own, there will be two things happening. They will threaten you not to go and vote, or two, they will try and buy your vote.
Yeah.
So go in a group, 10, 15, 20, so that they cannot threaten you. That is what I can say, Musha. There are two ways about this election. Go in big numbers and vote. But some people right away are working on intimidating you and telling you not to go and vote, because if you go and vote, it's going to vote it's going to work against some people.
Yeah.
So, Musha, I think we've said a lot about this and the violence. Can we move on to something else, which I have in my mind?
General, but we need to address one important thing: the issue of witchcraft.
Go ahead.
Because some people think, particularly in the villages, some people think that because PF has given you akasaka kabunga, when voting ngatamuba votere bakamuloa bufi mwebo bufi takwa bobwango bubombe fyo ain takwa bomuntu ungaloa ati akupela ubunga ero wakano kumusala ero wakuloa takwa bobwanga ububombe fyo nangu ni kwa mununga kwini takwa bamwebo takwa bapo. So don't let them lie to you ukweba at one bakamuloa ngatamuba votere. No. Don't let anyone lie to you kwebati bakeshi bapamushi ati apapamushi abafumine nibani apo pa State House pene bakapokolanga bavota pa State House alapo nakateka. Lungu will not be the first one pa State House polling station.
Yeah,
all the time yonse nomba imo kumushuko kwachi sensa na kwalunga elo nomba mukane ati yo mutine ku State House kuino ku State House mwevo rupia banda ali lusa kulisata at State House nabambi bala lusa. So imo mweba ali kuwalunga. General, you were saying something?
Yeah, I was saying there will be no witchcraft, just as there will be no cameras in the ballot in the ballot booth, because there is a lot of misinformation. Not in misinformation, it's deliberate.
Yeah,
they are giving you fitenge nama hoodie. Then they are saying if you don't go in the vote, you will see you that you voted against PF. There'll be a camera. There'll be no cameras.
No.
There'll be no cameras. So get those hoods, get the money, get Sarah, get Wunga. When you go in the vote, that's your secret vote. There will be no camera. So if anybody is going around and saying there'll be a camera, will it be a camera voting booths? There are no secret cameras. There will be no secret cameras. Your camera, your vote is a secret, and it's your secret which you keep there forever.
Right.
And as we were saying the other day, Musha, you in Mpulungu go and vote against Freedom Sikazwe. After voting against him, go out and greet him and say, "Sikazwe,
yeah, General, inena papa sana. You mean they need to go ba votera umbi ero nomba bafuma from the polling station no kuya chindika sana basikazwe ati basikazwe mwebo ati no kubatotera sana basikazwe
no kubatotera sana no kubalomba so na imbi transport money na imvota basikazwe please na papa umpeleko na 200 kwacha ya kuya kubushi o kuya shitobunga get some more after voting him out.
Ati basikazwe ni mwensalire omunafuma ati umunafuma basikazwe umunafumomu ni wensalire sikazwe kanshi apo ni wensalire mperako na extra money pantu na usunga kasaka kandalama. That is the game that they will be playing.
What is the game? That is the game they should, all Zambians should play that game. And you know, I'm saying Sikazwe because I saw Sikazwe with the Eddie Kachagwalungu in Southern Province, Livingstone, but still pretending as if he's still a minister. Come on, Sikazwe, go back to Mpulungu and campaign. You're not a minister.
Naikaba, Mpulungu naikaba, just like everywhere.
No, he should go to Mpulungu. He should not be accompanying ECL as pretending to be a minister. I think very good graduation, Yama's officers pretending to be a minister. Sikazwe, freedom, you are not a minister anymore. Go to your constituency in Mpulungu and face the people.
Go to your constituencies and give them some money.
Give them some money.
Nabo bene varieko. Bantu imomwadi ya shafula.
Even in Kabwe Central, the same thing. Go and vote against Tutu Anglube. After voting him, come out and clap your hands and say, Tutwa, please, the papa, give us some more money. He will give you some money. What we call Mbasela, last. When the results come out, that's when you'll get shocked.
What happened? No. It's not very complicated. You've just been heard. That's the message that is going to come. You wanted to jump to the next topic, General?
Yes, I wanted to move in. I wanted to ask you a question, Musha. If you get appointed as a diplomat in Ethiopia or in Germany, what are you? Are you a civilian, I mean, a civil servant, or are you a politician?
You are a civil servant. That's not
civil
complicated.
Servant. Yeah. It's not complicated.
Yeah.
If they appoint you as the ambassador in Germany, you're also a civil servant. Am I right?
Yes, yes. Yes, when you are an ambassador, you are a civil servant.
Okay. Now, why has the PF called back diplomats like Emmanuel Mwamba?
And by diplomats, you mean?
Like Emmanuel Mwamba. Why is Emmanuel Mwamba in Lusaka campaigning in the PF team?
Yeah, because they are abusing the state. They're abusing state resources.
Why is that Ambassador Mukwita back in Lusaka?
They are abusing state resources.
Why are these media people, including Amos Chanda? Amos Chanda, that's fine. He's fired. He's no longer a civil servant. Amos Chanda can support any part of his choice. But Emmanuel Mwamba cannot be paid at end of this month for campaigning for PF. And this is what is happening in Musha. That we've got a team of diplomats, including a PS, busy in the campaign team of the PF. Even the news you people, Zambians, the news you are hearing at ZNBC, the editorial board includes Emmanuel Mwamba. They are telling you, as ZNBC, you can't say this, you can't say that.
Yeah.
So Zambians, you are paying Emmanuel Mwamba, you are paying Mukwita as civil servants, and yet they are campaigning for PF.
Yeah.
You are paying Malupenga Kandolo, Malupenga as PS information, and yet is campaigning for PF.
Yeah.
So I think it's not right.
No.
You cannot have civil servants campaigning, being partisan.
No.
Amos Chanda, I don't care about him. He's not a civil servant. He was fired. In fact, not fired. He retired. He was put aside. So, but people like Emmanuel Mwamba, Mukwita, and a lot of little journalists who have come back from India, who have come back from everywhere to campaign for PF, but they are being paid as civil servants. Zambians say no to such people.
Right.
And when you see Emmanuel Mwamba in Lusaka, tell him to say, Shimwana, go back to Ethiopia. If you see Mukwita there, tell him to go back to Germany because he is a civil servant. If you see Mapunda Boy, tell him to go back because he's a diplomat. They're not. If they want to be PF, they can't be PF and civil servants at the same time.
No,
they can't. That's my view, Moshe. I don't know what you think.
But it goes to show how disorganized the Patriotic Front election is, right? Because they have then to depend upon civil servants to prop them up. They have no message. They have to depend on self-confessed masterminds and kelenkas in order for them to win this election. That's why they are bringing in Emmanuel Mwamba, they are bringing in Mukwita, they are bringing in whatever they are trying to bring in so that they can help spin. That's the word I was looking for. Spin.
Yeah.
To spin the narrative and spin everything.
It's not only Emmanuel Mwamba. It's not only Malupenga. The PS DMMU is busy campaigning for PF.
Yeah.
The DCs are busy campaigning for PF.
Right.
The education officers, the district deputies are campaigning for PF.
Yeah.
Certain teachers unions are campaigning for PF. What is going on, Moshe? What is going on?
It's the disorganization and abuse of state resources. Again, what is going to happen is, this is how they thought they were going to rig. Nomba fiaterera, fiapena, bafirwa. You see? Zambians are woke. Abena Zambia nomba na abachenjela. So na abamona basopolola bwino efire chitika. Bebere tefe chifire chabefe. And so Zambians are watching, and they'll show up in August. Mwamba, Mukwita, Hapunda, or any of these people in the diplomatic services should not be involving themselves in partisan politics. Common sense. In fact, that is the law. We are not saying that they can't be members of a political party. What we are saying is that they can't play partisan politics. How else can we say it? This is common sense. If it's somehow complicated. If you are an ambassador, you cannot play partisan politics because you are a civil servant, firstly. Secondly, you are representing the state, the Zambian state, out there. So you can't. Nomba, tukalandire kui? Aho mwandini. Ababa PF waba, kuti bakuleterera wasangu kanga Freddy Membe. Kuti aka no webere amafiba leni yakuka bulonga.
Na banyo kuna kunyo. It's really sad. Because I think Munsha, it looks like our names were PF. They don't know the boundary between the party and the government.
They know. General.
If they know, why is the vice president going with a Katumba Kandarama wherever she goes, pays the civil servants for attending meetings and saying vote for PF? Do they know that the party PF is not the government?
No, it's not. Yeah.
That can only happen if you are a one-party state, like what we had in the First Republic. Even in the one-party state, it's still not right to mix the party and the government. They should not. Yeah. The party might form the government, but these are two different things.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, it looks like it's the same one and the same thing. If you are a DC, you must be a party cadre, organize elections, and you must also carry PF campaigns. Then you can come and claim for allowances from the government.
No.
It's not right. It's completely wrong. And what they are doing is abuse of government properties.
All right.
They are abusing vehicles. They are abusing through their DCs. They are abusing government vehicles through the depths. And these high commissioners and the ambassador, I can bet you they're being accommodated in government hotels. Government is paying for them.
Yeah, that's abuse. Honestly, we can't. There is no other name for it. It's abuse of government resources. I'm sorry, and it's because they also think that they are like a president. I think limbefichitika ba mwamba imwe ba mwamba abakwa Addis Ababa limbi mumano muimona kati na imwe ni mwelungwai pali kateka pali bako tapaba ka differentiation. No, but everyone else, there has to be a differentiation. So na imwe kuivika pot nove urikateka tauli kateka yo pali inonshita lungu kuti achita ama politics as PF achita na vokateka. That only covers him as an individual. Epela pantu alikuwa responsibility over our country. Nomba imwe ba mwamba na abanenu ba mukwita bampundu imwe bampundu twalishi bati you are extremely good political operatives. Icho tatulekana iyo icho tulelanda chakwe bati you choose if you want to do, if you are a politician ninshikanshi muchite resign epela not you are still saying you are great political operatives and at the same time you are still civil servants. No. Therefore, in as NDC, when I walk into the ambassador's office in Addis Ababa, neumfwana wino chalo chandi. Not in de ingira nambo kutina njebere nishire chitika mwamba nifinshala nchita as NDC. No. So if I want manwa yomuleke tuakana. As the people of Zambia, we say no. We have to go to comments, General, and then wrap up.
Because thing for stuff. It's becoming
Yeah, your line is breaking, General. Your line is breaking.
You break.
Is it me breaking or it's General? That's the thing, right? Because there's Twishive. Who is breaking here? Kasololo.
Hello, sir.
Alan Lete Niriash.
First of all, I just want to thank you, Munsha and General, for this great broadcast.
Are you able to hear me, Musha? Our viewers, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, General. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Kasololo, what is your comment, sir? What's your comment over the violence which is going on, the extra cargo we received in Lusaka,
yes,
and the civil servants working as political cadres as well?
Yes. You know, to start with, General, I just want to appeal to the Zambians to say, look, we only have one Zambia, and whether they are PF or they are NDC like Vamunsha here, or they are UPND, we are all it's just the same people, it's the same blood. There's absolutely no reason whatsoever for us to shed blood, because the event is only on one day, on 12th of August. After that, we return to our normal lives. All I want to say is, look, let's not shed blood. We love the PF people. Even up to now, we are still appealing to the PF people. Say, listen to our reason. Listen to the facts that we have, why we want Bali HH to take over. It's not because we hate PF people. No, we love you and we want to serve you. So I just want to echo the words that Bamunsha had said a few days ago. I don't know if it was yesterday or the other day, where you appealed to the PF and say, look, we love you, PF, and we do not want anyone dying in Zambia. And therefore, please, let's just have, safe elections. Let's have peaceful elections. As regards the cargo that came, I had a chat with the people that were at the airport, and it's very sad what has happened. And all I can say is that we need to be extremely vigilant. Unfortunately, this regime is extremely desperate. They will try all sorts of things to sneak in a win for themselves. I'm just grateful that we have people on the ground that are watching every step, And as for these people that are diplomats that are now becoming elections, these are problems, because these people can be brought before panels to answer why they delved themselves into politics when they are supposed to be civil servants. People like Emmanuel Mwamba, who's actually a friend of mine, Emmanuel Mwamba, and the others that have done this. It's very, very unfortunate that they are conducting themselves in such a manner. But those are my comments, General and Vamunsha. Lastly, let me just conclude by saying, look, it's only one Zambia. Let's not have violence. We love PF. We love UPND. We love also Vamunsha, the NDC person. We love you all. And all we want is just one Zambia.
Exactly. For me, I've got friends in PF. I've got family in PF. I've got family in MMD. I've got friends in DP. I've got friends who are socialists. And I've got friends everywhere in different political parties. And I think we want people. When we say PF has failed, it doesn't mean that we want people dead. No. We are just saying we can get a better leadership. That's what we're saying. And if HH fails, Zambians can find a better leader again. So the idea that we should kill each other to maintain power, or kill each other to get into power, I think it should be no. Let's go to somebody else, Musha. There's Chi Engonga.
No, she was just commenting to say she did not like my nyanja.
She didn't
So
like your
General
nyanja. I
Nareka,
always said it, Musha. Just avoid
Nareka,
nyanja, please.
this is my last day ever. Ngamukangufu wapo ndera ndechi nyanja ine.
I think let's go to Wiseman. Wiseman, over to you.
Thank you very much, General. Good evening, General, and good evening, Comrade Musha. I think we should continue speaking Nyanja. We can't cover NDC to a part. General, I would only comment about two issues: the issue of violence and the issue of those gadgets which we found on that plane. Let me start with the issue of violence. I have to announce to you, General, that I've been picked as a polling agent, and I've finished everything. I'll be an agent for Kawe Central, where Tutu Angurube is, and I'll make sure that there will be no loopholes for anything. Even if they bring 50,000 to me, it won't work. This time, I'm participating as well. The issue of violence, General.
They'll bring 200,000. They won't bring 50,000. They'll give you 200,000.
Even if they bring whatever, General, we have been tried about such kind of things before, and for us, we mean business. Because what we are doing for is not for the current, but it's for the future. If I sell my soul today, I'm not selling mine. I'm selling my children's and my children's children's soul. So for me, it's business, General. Don't worry about that. The issue of violence, Comrade Musha, I've been the victim. And I know how the violence is happening. My surprise is how the police, they have investigated this issue so quick and they start arresting. We have had so many deaths in our country where so many people have been died. Up to now, some investigation are still going on. If you remember Nsama, Lawrence, to mention the few. How did the police went to this very fast investigation and start arresting? Why was Madam Esther Katongo announcing the arresting and announcing the suspect to say they are UPND instead of the spokesperson of the police? So for me, this game of violence and start painting UPND to say UPND people, every time when PF fight any other party, they said suspected PF cadres. But when it comes to PF being the victim, they are pointing to say UPND cadres. It is bad. Let the police play professional. The way they took time to investigate other matters, let them do the same. Because if you saw what our president said when he was in Chipata, he said we had a very peaceful road show. It only came to have a problem when new police interfered. So we are praying. We love our police people. We love them. They are professional. Let them continue with being professional, but let them not divide this country by siding with others and painting others black. Otherwise, we say condolences to those 2 lives which we lost. We don't want to see anyone to die because of election. We don't want to kill each other because of election. We want to see you tomorrow. I want to be seen tomorrow as well, and want to make history. Lastly, the gadget, General and the Comrade Munsha. For me, those gadgets, the way it was handled, I'm very disappointed. I won't lie to you people. Those people, after they found that mwali ama phone nama mota, they were not supposed to let those people being kept by ECZ. Ngabali tizampa para peno kwe wati no indeke na mukana. Imwe, you have refused.
Wiseman.
Atishani? Yes.
Atinga
ngabali mpeza. Efyakweta omwi. Mwamwa. This is Okofia from Africa, there is no one who's claiming. Abene bandeke, no one is claiming. Ba ECZ ba Africana. Government, manje mulesungira nani? So they could have said, okay, this thing have got no owner. Kanshi ni changwa zampeza bonse baakana. O wapundati twala fyochera pano peni tufyoche so that the company which delivered this thing, they are going to run on a loss, and they are going to warn them to say, we have banned these things because we were suspecting them to have some items belonging to ECZ. Because those things, they were just, when they opened those things, only things which were on top. If you are punch yama phone, no one knows. General, me have seen security where Rwandanese, they will be put munshi ya fuso pamulu prama mattress kapokola nga checking ma mattress na kandoro pamulu na walonga pamakanta. Meanwhile panshi, there is human trafficking. We have seen such. So those things, they made the mistake of allowing ECZ to keep those things in their strong room. Parapene bafi mwene ngawari pundrat okay ififie na wasangwa hapo yaramanganda mwari kula mwari katitida ififie su, so that everyone benefit. Yes, that's how they were supposed to do. Because Comrade Munsha, mark my word, few days from now, someone from South Africa is going to claim those things. When he claims those things, our observers won't be serious to say, that will be a loophole. So, since if you yes, that you dome win, that's pango one trespass, ya endra mundeke yesu, to a booking in a forever. Sangwapo, bakana, chapo, nothing sharamwe else. Ngef batch diref. So, it's not too late. My ronga wacha, paramlewe ramusta verify my ballot. Muka za mpefidia, muka kalimwe kasangwa. That's my take.
General, na mumfwe wise man ariranda.
Wise man. I've seen people being hidden under trucks. You are right. You know what I don't understand is how ECZ can charter a plane, fail to supervise things which are, ballot papers are security documents.
Yeah.
When it's a security document,
Yes.
you go into the plane and make sure that there's nothing there, nothing else is loaded. That's when you supervise your ballot papers to be loaded. And then when it lands in Lusaka, you go and inspect and make sure that there's nothing else there of load. How did ECZ fail? They chartered
That's what I'm saying.
Taxpayers' money, which means they were not there in Dubai to see the loading. And to me,
If you're
because
on
of
that
the way
journey,
I think these things belong to ECZ and their friends in
exactly.
PF, except that they were
Exactly.
caught. That's what I know. And
Yes.
it's sorry to say this, Musha. I know you are an optimist. Me, I don't. I believe that some of these things were satellite phones. That's why they want to switch off internet and switch off the phones on the 7th. So between the 7th, 8th, 9th, up to the 12th, you might have no internet. They will be communicating amongst themselves. And Zambians, don't say I didn't tell you. This is what the plan is. Over to you, Musha.
Oh, no, General, I agree that some people may have planned to rig this election, and the vigilance of our people is stopping them, and we need to continue being vigilant. What I don't want to see is a situation where once to iwera mwatao na chipo evifine. No. So no makanshi pera hope.
But
Everyone,
Musha,
let's continue fighting.
Musha, the question to our viewers and you, all of you, where are these things now? In whose hands are they? Are they in the same hands of ECZ, who were reckless and allowed illegal things to come in? And as far as I'm concerned, when you ship anything, there's what we call a manifest document. You can't put anything in a plane without a manifest. Where is the manifest for these things?
Yeah.
According to the report, which
I need to be clear. I agree with you. I agree that these are completely unnecessary things that were put in, and they may have been put in by very bad people. That I agree. All I'm saying is that our system of observers and checks and balances worked. And so we need to continue encouraging our people to keep their eyes open as we go towards the election. Because it's a contradict if we say that why should we have people to show up?
Musha, I'm not saying they've rigged. What I'm saying is that they are trying all the things to rig. Let's start from the registration cards.
Right.
The registration card, the machines were working in the north, there was no problem.
Yeah.
They went to Southern Province and Western Province. There was no ink, there was no machine, the lights were not on.
Yeah.
Let's go to voters' cards, voters' registration. They didn't want the old register. Why? There was nothing wrong with that register.
Yeah.
They wanted certain areas not to be registered, and it flew to their word. Certain provinces were targeted: Southern Province, Northwestern Province, Western Province.
Right.
They didn't want them to register. There were all sorts of excuses during the registration. Now all of a sudden we're told, no, ballot papers are arrived, but there's something else in the plan. What would you conclude? Meanwhile, one of the competitors is saying, no, I've already won by 500 votes, 500,000 votes.
Munsha, can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something? Apparently, there is some documents that are being drafted to see if those captured items can stay in the strong room there until after elections. So we're just hoping that that will be successful. Now, also, I just got a message here that Honorable Garen Kombo would love to speak. I do not know if maybe something can be arranged. I'm not sure if it can happen now, but maybe.
Yeah, I realized that Honorable Garen Kombo was trying to phone me, but I was not able to pick up the phone. I want him to come on. Munsha, can you do that?
When? Now?
Now, if it's possible, yeah.
Okay. This TV is there for the service of our people. Who are we to say no? Let's ask people, because we are democratic. General, people, do you want us to continue and listen from Mr. Garen Kombo?
Mr. Munch, actually, the issue is coming from the comments. So it's the people saying they want to see Garen Kombo. I think he has requested it from somewhere. Then people have seen it and they're saying they want to see Garen Kombo.
Yeah, I just got a message that,
he was trying to call me, but I was live. I couldn't answer his call. Yes, I think he's requesting
General,
to speak.
please go ahead.
So
General,
what
go
I
ahead.
would do,
I'll keep you off a bit. You go ahead and arrange, and then I'll bring you back. Does that work?
Okay.
Why are people sleeping?
We are following your program, Vamusha. This is a very interesting program. I mean, just tomorrow itself, a few hours from now, we'll be into August, and we'll just be counting. It will be a question of now counting days to say a credible government that will serve the people. We are tired of being a banana republic, if I may say so.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That
unexpected so
just a quick one, Mr. Munsha. Just a quick one. There's also one issue that is happening at Civic Center, at the Lusaka Civic Center, where monitors have gone to register there. They've stayed for weeks and weeks. It has now becoming a breeding site for COVID-19, because there are a lot of people that want to monitor the elections, and the system that is the ECZ is using is too slow. I'm told they've extended for 3 days, starting today. Today's first day, tomorrow is the second day, and it is ending on Monday. So I don't know what is happening with the ECZ machine, with the monitoring.
It is not in Lusaka only, my brother. It is everywhere. Even in Kabwe, it's the same. They have brought this system. They are too slow. Even in me, just for me to succeed, finishing my things, it was hell. I've got even some other pictures at Civic Center. There is no social distance. People are gathering, and to the supplies, like in Kabwe, we are only opposition political party found in Pacific Center. Them they not been found there, but all the opposition they are there for their observers to verify. So, and Comrade Munsha, when Garen Kombo comes in, maybe I won't have time to speak when he have the podium. remind him to speak about this thing which came with the plane, because for me, therefore, we don't know coffee. We have done deliveries ourselves.
Wise man.
Waliyo for wachita. Ngamwalo.
Changwa mulamu zampeni
Sangwa.
fifia isa tefipete omwine mwana mayo kanshi chila muntu kuti aikata
Ngama bomu. Ngama bomu bali to boom in ballot paper.
No, you're right. So I just need to emphasize here that TV Bakwetu. Now, has any one of you sent stars to TV Bakwetu, J.R. Wiseman and Kasololo?
I should have.
Because I understand that some are able to register and send stars, others are not. So
I'll send you two. How many do you want?
No. It's not about how many I want. What I want is for people to know that they can actually send stars.
Oh,
because we get the idea that some don't know at which Tashani, So we have about 150. How many are we on the Facebook page? 155,000. So if we are 150, Tribangai, how many people like
1,500?
No. The page.
We have
155,000. Very soon will be 160.
155,000.
Let me not lie. Yes. I don't know the numbers. I'll check. So if everyone has stars and they send it to TV to the Elias Musha page, that would be good. So once they no, you can do that. The other thing is you can actually partner with the Elias Musha page. That's one of the new things that Facebook has started. I think it's just that because Facebook wants to make money off us, but you can actually partner at a very low subscription fee for the Elias Musha page. And then you become a team Bakwetu member of Facebook. Because if we want to say that Facebook, so to lefwa ya pape ni pa Facebook no mushi to kule.
And I've got a quick suggestion, Mr. Munch. I don't know how you're going to welcome it. I've got a lot of members, but some they are Facebook shy. So I was suggesting if you can make again a TV Bakwetu WhatsApp group where you can, I think, have some members who will be participating through TV Bakwetu WhatsApp group, so that some people, instead of sending stars, they're not on Facebook. I've got people who have got money, but they are not on Facebook. So if they are in a TV Bakwetu WhatsApp group, they can donate through such kind of arrangement. I think TV Bakwetu is big. If this one who called the dead NPC can have a WhatsApp group, what about TV Bakwetu? So please try to do that. We will really appreciate.
WhatsApp groups, General, yes.
I'm having a technical problem here, and if Honorable Garin Combo is watching us, can he come to me in my inbox on Facebook, and we will help him to forward the link. The other option is that Kasololo, can you get the link and forward it to Honorable Garin Combo, because I'm having a problem with my system here. I can't forward the link to him.
Okay. The thing is, when we are in the studio, I think we get blocked out of everywhere else. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah, because that's what I'm having. I'm having a problem. I can't get out it and then go into my Facebook page, and it's locking me out. So Musha,
I think what you do is Musha can maybe release the link once again, and the people. Yeah, is this Kelvin Kaswilo? Yeah.
Yeah, if you can release, if you can put the link on the comment so that Honorable Garin Combo can come in.
Yeah, it's there. I've pasted it, and now he can come on.
Yeah. So,
and in fact, I've even sent a message to say Gary, here is the link. Oh, Kubika quite honorable. Okay.
No, that's
honorable.
So if Honorable Garin Combo is watching, the link is now on being posted. Please join us, because I can't forward the link to your number, Honorable Garin Combo. And if Honorable Cornelia Mwetwa is also watching, if you want to make a comment, please just use the link which is on the side, because I was trying to forward them, but I can't. I'm not sure what the problem is. So Honorable Garin Combo, the link is there. Just come in, sir, and we'll give you about 5 minutes to comment.
All right, so we'll do that. we were just talking about a WhatsApp group for TV Bakwetu, and my only concern is that there are so many WhatsApp groups, and it's chintobe and tobe. You know, I wonder whether we could be in a better position to run a WhatsApp group. General,
I think it would be better to discuss it. There are too many WhatsApp groups. I hate WhatsApp groups because you end up spending time on WhatsApp groups, and people will be forwarding things which are not necessary. So I think I would think twice about it, because we have 150,000 followers, and imagine if we had 50,000 joining the WhatsApp group, then it would be a mess.
yeah.
So, Honorable Gary Kumbo, if you are listening to us, watching us live, please look at the link and just join us.
He just commented that he's in the waiting room.
He's in the waiting room.
What name is he using?
It should be Gary Combo in the waiting room. I think there should only one person in the waiting room, Musha.
Oh, there are so many. General, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So are you Honorable Gary Nkombo?
Good evening. Is that Honorable Gary Nkombo?
Okay, so I'll just bring on everyone, and then we'll see which one.
Boy, what do you go away? What do you go away?
Eugene, can you mute yourself?
I'm Stone. I'm innocent.
Can we mute everybody? Can we mute everybody? Mute everybody. We are looking for Gary Combo. Where are you? We are looking for Gary Combo. Where are you?
Yeah, Imwe. Who is laughing here? Okay, so Honorable Gary Nkombo. Yeah, Imwe.
Let's mute everybody, Musa.
Okay, so
let's mute everybody until we identify Gary Nkombo, because then mute everybody, Musa. Let's mute everybody. And if you are in your bed, please, can you just in your bed, we don't want to see naked people, please. In your bed, we don't want to see naked people, please. So, Honorable Nkombo, if you are in the waiting room, can you just identify yourself, please? If you are in the waiting room, can you just identify yourself?
All right. No, we still don't have him. I'm monitoring the situation. He's not here.
We don't have him. Okay. It's just sad that I can forward the link to him directly. Just sad. Musha, what are you suggesting then? We continue, or we give Honorable Gary Nkombo a chance tomorrow morning then?
Yes, we can do that.
Yeah, because we can't see him now. The other option is that we give 2 people to speak, and then we wind up. Can we go to Arapiri? What's your comment on the violence and the mysterious cargo from ECZ? Arapiri, unmute yourself, please.
Hello, Mr. Chipakpo.
Good evening. Go ahead, sir.
Hello.
Good evening. Go ahead, sir.
Yes. On the violence, sir. I've heard that the PF bezina meetings bezoza abantu vao kamba ati tukacherere kwenda ovota, tukaenda ovota tukasiza kuvota kuma 10 hours tukaushe vyongo, so nde maruma meti na so they strategy. They want to go and vote early.
Yeah.
When they vote early, they start violence now.
Okay, so they want to go and vote early.
So we have to be steady. I don't know the strategy what the European they are using, but this is.
So they want to go and vote early in the morning.
Yes.
And then after that,
voting, then they start causing violence.
And then after that, that's when they will go to ballot.
Yes. That's what the rumors are
Okay,
saying.
thank you so much,
So we
Mr.
have to
Piri.
be
And what
steady.
are you saying about the
Okay.
cargo? Okay,
Mm.
thank you so much, Mr. Piri. And what are you saying about the cargo?
The cargo. Oh, that cargo.
Yes,
Since
please.
they didn't check on underground or under the channel, the boxes, maybe there's something there. I'm suspecting something. But the cargo has to be maybe closed in the warehouse so that no one can access them, so that the election are finished.
Yeah, because
Not
we
not
only
to
saw
let
things on
them
top of the
access
boxes.
them. Yes.
We didn't see things underneath.
Yes.
That's bad. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Mr. Piri. Thank you so much.
We have to make sure those. Okay. Then thanks.
Thank you so much. Unless we've got another person, Musha, and we can see Honorable Garin Combo. It's over to you, Musha.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm just trying to see, General. We had an influx of people that wanted to come in, and we can only have 12 in the room, in the waiting room. And so
Yeah.
maybe if we let other people go out of the waiting room to see whether we can get Honorable Gary. And so I am asking voluntarily for people to leave the waiting room, and let's see how that works. Okay, everyone? Dalit, so the scholar, Samson Piri, Reverend Innocent, Ara Piri, Ruth, Lifunga Mbangweta, if we can get out of the waiting room so that we see whether we can
somebody has forwarded the link to Honorable Garin Combo. Somebody has forwarded the link. Honorable Garin Combo, the link is with you. Can you come on straight, please?
Yeah. So everyone else, please sign out of the waiting room. Just exit, and then we're going to continue. Yeah.
Somebody has forwarded it to the link to Honorable Garin Combo. Thank you so much. One of our viewers, I won't mention your name, has forwarded the link to Honorable Garin Combo. Honorable Garin Combo, over to you. If you're there, just come into the waiting room.
Yeah. So everyone, Samson, Arapiri, Nick, Chibilika, and Gaston Welpe, please sign out of the waiting room, so that we see whether we can have. Yeah. Mwata, how are you? Hello.
I'm okay. How are you, Mr. Mush?
I'm very well. Are you Honorable Garin Combo by any means?
Unfortunately, no, I'm not.
Okay. Could you kindly get out of the program, and then we are going to add you back later? Does that work for you?
No, it does. I was actually just trying because I would love to be added at some point, but it's okay. I can just leave now.
All right. Okay. Now, no, don't leave, Mwata. Just stay on. I'm still monitoring.
Okay.
We're still doing a little bit better with the numbers here, and so we'll see whether we can get. Okay. So I can see a profile here known as Evans in Combo.
It should be Evans in Combo. Yes. Let him in, please.
Yes, Evans in Combo. Hello. Hello, Evans in Combo. Hello, Evans in Combo. I think he's there. So we're just going to wait. At least there is a Combo. So if you are looking for Gary in Combo, and then you see someone with Evans in Combo, you can conclude that it's probably the same person. Right? At least it can give you an idea. So Evans Nkombo, are you there?
I think he's muted.
He's muted. Can
He
you
muted
mute yourself,
himself.
please?
He can unmute himself. Yeah. He can unmute himself. I think that is what we are going to do. And so this is extremely late. We are wondering why at least our listeners are still awake. Thank you for listening and following TV Bakwetu. We really appreciate. We know that we had a little bit of time, so why not extend it to Mr. Nkombo, who can try to clarify one or two things.
Nkombo is on. Is that Honorable Nkombo?
There's no sound here.
There is sound, please. Go ahead.
We can hear you. All right. So I think it is him. So which means we are going to wait. The other option we can do is we can sign out, bring this program to an end, and then restart the broadcast. Does that work?
Can we just give a minute and then we can try? Because I'm also receiving some very interesting information here about the phones which were in the boxes. The cargo.
Navafisanga, are you? Is it correct?
Yeah, those are phones which can work without internet. So it's sad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think that is what happened. They were sloppy. They tried to rig. They tried to put in some things, and people were vigilant, and they caught them.
Yeah, there are some Huawei phones there. There are some Samsung phones as well, and the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is, to me, it can be a phone for an individual. So this is not good.
Yeah, but what I think, if I can say something, what I think is it's good that those things have been found, but what I think is now important is what happens subsequent to those items being found, and this is where now all the other political parties now team up and make sure that those things are secured so that they don't get to use them. Because with that done, then the playing field is leveled automatically there. Because then they won't have those items unless they buy other items secretly again. But then we should be okay then with those things confiscated and put where it's safe.
All right.
Yeah. So, but to our viewers, the truth is now we have got the list of the phones. The type of phones which came in, and I think you are right that all the political parties, to me, even the police, what is the role of the police and immigration, customs, or ZRA? They should have seized those things by now, and even DEC, they should have seized those boxes by now, because from the list which we are receiving, Musha, these phones are capable of working without internet.
Yeah.
General,
that's why
phones are capable. No, I just want to be clear here. Phones are actually capable of working without internet.
Yeah.
All phones are capable of working without internet. So tell me more about it. Is it satellite phones? Because satellite phones are the ones that do not need GSM, right?
Yeah. So what I'm saying,
so
that
are they non-GSM based phones, or what are we talking about here? Remember, our cell phones use GSM, right? Global.
Anyway, Musha and our viewers, we've got the list. Now let's find out exactly full detail. The truth is that we've got the list of the phones, and then we appeal to the police, to DEC, and all the political parties that all these boxes be quarantined somewhere. Don't give your Kereka the chance to use them.
Yes.
General.
Okay. Now we've got to end this broadcast, and if you want to listen to Mr. Gary Nkombo, we are going we are going to come back again.
Okay.
Okay. Is that a better strategy, General?
Yeah, I think so. But the problem is that I can't contact Gary because of my system, which is not working here. And what I can say, if Honorable Gary Nkombo, you are still listening, the best you can do is to come back and join us when we come back. Is that okay, Musha?
Yes, that's okay.
Yeah, because the only people I can see here is Junior, there's Eugene, and somebody else. Gary is still not here, and the problem I can't phone him from here.
General, can I leave this? Can I leave? Then I try to call Honorable Gary because I've got his contact. Can I leave? Then I try to call him.
Have you got his number?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, please. Can you leave for call him and then come back?
Okay, thank you.
Just 2 minutes, please.
Okay, so are we ending the broadcast and restarting a new one?
I think let's hold on to this because a lot of people are waiting for him. Let's give Kasololo a chance. Whilst we are giving Kasololo a chance, we give 1 or 2 people to comment. Let's go for Akalemwa, George. Akalemwa, unmute yourself, please.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's
All right,
your comment
good to
about
see you people.
The violence and the mysterious cargo?
I will not comment about the violence. That's their trend. If you at some point they'll get worse. So the issue of violence, like you are saying, by General, if you're filaisa. So your political violence not to issue a current strategy. Well, that's their character. It's their DNA. I just want to comment more and focus my strength on the cargo. Now that every cargo has got a batch number. Na chinga muri suitcase yandi na nawe na mukufwaya. Kaya baisa ntuminako au kuchwe mpala. Aka na mkamwana wa munshako. Aka. Each and every cargo that comes into the country bears this. It bears this, and this thing has got my serial number, my tracking number, and my address where I stay.
Right.
It came through FedEx. So tumashana ma phones na yesa at mushiba bed. They are stealing. Whose names are on the batch? Whose names are there? ECZ Nangokwisa. And then you cannot say no that we shive. Please, the country is too big for your gangs. We need to know. Address us over these issues. We want to know. Do not, especially Ama youths, do not put Ama youths kwambokwata. Maisha Ama youths kwa irrational and Ama decisions. Yeah, they were quick. Adna waleta Ama fonzo. So we want to be addressed on this issue. We demand to be addressed and clarify over this issue of my issues. My phone. I think that would be my take. I'll be comfortable if somebody says something credible about it. And about Ukusta seize. Who's going to seize? Because me personally, I have no confidence in the police service right now. I have no confidence. I'm sorry to say that. I have not even 1 iota of confidence. I have seen how they have treated Hakainde Chilema. I've seen. It's very pathetic. There's no professionalism. Cadres at their worst. So Nwanda wasn't seize vintu vamnewakambati my phones. Who's going to seize? Please. I have confidence in Wagari Nkombo. I know that man has got no fear in his heart. Let him go there and check what's happening.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Honorable Gary Nkombo was trying to call and is still trying to call Munsha. Can you check in the waiting room, please? Thank you so much for your comment. I can't blame you. I wouldn't trust anybody. I wouldn't even trust ZRIA. I wouldn't trust anybody as things are now. It looks like we have a situation where I can't trust anybody at all.
Right.
Is Honorable Gary Kombo now in?
No, he might have to restart his system. He might have to
Yeah,
do
because
something to his device.
I got a message that he's been trying and is still trying because he wants to say something. So to our viewers, I think it's becoming very, very interesting that 12 days before the elections, we have all these complications, with people dying, people being hacked. We've got mysterious parcels, cargo arriving. And we have all these issues.
Right. Okay, General, I'll let you handle that. I see that you are probably talking to someone already. Okay. So I'm going to share the link again, but when I share the link, please do not click it. Let just Gary Kombo click it. So when we share the link, we have like 100 people that are trying to log into the waiting room, and so that is a little problematic. I know that this was just quite an unexpected turn of events. Otherwise, this time we should have been sleeping. Anyway, here we are. It's Stevie Bakwetu after all. Anyway, so send stars. Subscribe to the Elias Musha page, particularly about diaspora. Particularly about diaspora. Subscribe to this page so that it continues churning out content that is good for our people. We are staying beyond the elections. This is not just about having Aga in the Hichilema elected as president. In fact, there is a complete separate of powers here. We did it because we thought that he was the best suited to handle the economic situation we are. But he is not the reason why we are doing this. And even after the elections, TV Bakwetu still continue, so we are looking forward to having you as regular partners and all that. So please do. Okay. So the link to our page, there it is. I'm trying to share it. Let's see whether that will work. General, anything else?
No, I'm just trying to find out whether Honorable Kombo is now on the waiting room because he's trying to contact us.
Okay. All right. So the way the waiting room works, Peter Lengalenga has just typed stars, and then at Napali Mairwati, I did not send stars. These are not the stars we are talking about. Lenga. No. Yeah. So we'll keep waiting. Humphrey. Hello, Humphrey. How are you doing?
Omutendera tukwata bamusha mwabomba shani
Bwino sana. Mulife bwino. Alelete nili
omutendera tukwata kwena ndi nalifuma ku Lusaka ndi kumufurira okumona ifyo amakampenzi yalenda andi kuli ama issues yamo ale kabilo kwe bati twalolekesha hapo sana wangu in terms of ukumona bushama ballot boxes yesu nangula mavoti yesu yala bashani protected. There is a lot that is on the ground. Ndemonanga to appreciate meeting, I'll make sure that I'm going to call you over brief panono.
Okay. So what you can do is immediately after our presentation tonight, stay on. So this is for everyone. Stay on because we always have a post-presentation meeting.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. So the ID saying Bakwe to 2. What line is that? Who's the one behind Bakwe to 2? Okay, Bakwe to 2 is still there. Thank you, Humphrey. So you click this again when we are almost done. Okay, Humphrey. All right. Bakwe to 2 and Morris Yamalambo. Bakwe to 2, Morris Yamalambo.
Bakwe to this is Bakwe to 2. Are you getting me?
Yes, I'm getting you. Why are you calling yourself Bakwetu?
Are you getting me?
Yes.
Bakwetu 2, are you getting me?
Yes. Yes, we are. What is your name?
Bakwetu 2 in I just want to talk about two things.
Yes, please. All right. I think Bakwetu 2 has disappeared. I don't know why they are calling. Kwadiba we muntu uletuma ku TV Bakwetu. Elo nomba wasa itati niwe Bakwetu. Uletuma ku ZNBC. Elo nomba wasa itati na iwe wine niwe ZNBC. Ninshia shane. Au na imo tuwebe nishina and then we'll bring you back. Mukelabai.
Yes, Mr. Mshia.
Mwapolen. Mujibi yepi. How are you doing?
Good evening, sir. How are you? I'm very fine. How are you, sir?
We are very fine. Thank you.
How is Canada?
Canada is good.
I'm speaking to you all the way from Norway in the Scandinavian. Right. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
I am actually a fan and I've been following your conversations, and you guys are doing a great job.
Right.
To inform the world, because what is really going on back home is somehow a little bit heartbreaking, but sometimes as Zambian, we're full of laughter, and we always laugh things out, and we blame each other here and there, but at the end of the day, we will find a way to work things out and become brothers and sisters. I have actually seen what I'm supposed to do down there. I'm supposed to subscribe or something like that, or pay some money for you guys. I'm actually geared to send you some cash for you to continue with this Bakwetu broadcasting. It's amazing. So what's the topic? Indeed. What's the topic you have today there?
Oh no! So today we were looking at the violence in Lusaka.
Oh yeah, are you done? Okay, are you done already?
And then we are waiting for Mr. Gary Nkombo, because just when we were about to go out, we understand that he was trying to come in.
Oh yeah,
and
okay.
So we are waiting. And so when I saw that we had somebody waiting in the waiting room, I thought that I could bring you on just in case you are Gary Nkombo. But we know that you are Mukelabai, and you are reaching us from Norway.
Yes, please. Unfortunately, I'm not Gary Nkombo. If I was, I would have actually. But I can't wait for him to come online. So we need him. We need his voice. We need to hear his frank talk, because he's a frank talker and very articulate. I'm actually a good fan of him. He's our, how I call it, he's our Julius Malema of Zambia. So please bring him on. Let me not take much of your time, but I will be following and it's really interesting to listen. And the general there is also very, very articulative. I like his analysis, and I like your political analysis as well. I'm like, it's really unbelievable. And you laugh, but you tell the truth. And most of us Zambian can't handle the truth. We, especially the politicians, they are so much can't handle the truth. Even when you come out, they are failing to. So you just have to continue what you're doing. You have so many followers, I promise you, and this gonna be a very huge broadcasting that you've ever had. We listen, we hear you,
Right.
and you're doing a tremendous job for informing us. Very wonderful thing to do. Yes.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Okay. Thank
Please
you.
put on the honorable so we could hear his reaction about is it the cell phone and the violence? It's Zambia. There's always something that is coming up. Every day there's new things happening. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh my dude.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. So we are still waiting now. I'm going to go to some comments, and then we'll see how we can answer that. Atawe tuanaka mwe ya vachinene mwanaka. Come Munsha, let him in. Zambia first. We need to hear from everyone, please. Okay. Garin Combo is saying that he is on standby. Okay. At least we can't see him. Aubrey Chipungu, wow, then nice for you. Okay, I know that. Restart the broadcast. Okay, so I see that these are comments that our listeners are having with each other. Very interesting there. It's unfortunate people dying, which should not be the case. About violence, that's true. Kigan Changat here, we don't sleep. So number twishe. TV bakwetu yakuisha nayo. Nokulali kotulo. If you are struggling to sleep, just tune in to TV bakwetu and listen to these long broadcasts. Thank you. But the only issue is that it's bundles. Otherwise, yeah. What we need as Zambian people is equal rights and freedom of speech. Where are the leaders? I agree with you, Rashid. Is it possible that Honorable can call a line that is there? Yes, we can try to do that. We are appearing disorganized, aren't we? No, we are not very sophisticated people. We just use the platform, so but we like to do the best that we can. And today we thought we could actually accommodate this, and so we are hoping. We are not sleeping until Tim Garris speaks. Okay, right now from where I am, we have 2,163 people following us on all the 3 or 4 platforms, which is remarkable. I know that the last Musha page is about 1,400, but the rest of the 700 is from the other platform as well, like Backway 2 platform. And so if you've not yet liked Backway 2 page, please do so, because it's a collection of voices. That's what it is. It does not necessarily represent my personal opinions, but it's there for you to follow. Then there is also Elias Musha, thought leader. That's a backup account. If you to change like so kukwata the main one, ero wakwata na backup kuchange. So that's what we've done, and then we are on YouTube as well. So thank you for all the support that we are receiving. General.
Good evening, viewers. I've just spoken to Honorable Garin Combo. He's linking up now. He's been trying to lock up, but I've just spoken to him 2 minutes ago. Munsha, can you just stand by in the waiting room? He's using an S21 phone. I don't want to give you his number on public. It's not good.
No, don't.
Yeah, because my iPhone has locked me out, so I have a problem here.
Oh,
So
your iPhone locked you out, General.
yeah,
Is it some operation from somewhere? Because in
it,
Momulanda operation, you are like
it,
anything suspicious at
it,
Airtel, you go bombastic against the
it,
Chinese.
it has never happened on air, Musha. It has never happened. You never know it's the Chinese and Zikta, because we've now found out they were trying to get phones. We know the type of phones they try to import. So my iPhone has locked me out. So I can't even send a link to Gary. I will have to fight hard to get it on again. Because I'm broadcasting tonight from a different phone. That's the problem. And so I can't give you Honorable Gary Nkombo's number or not publicly like that. But he's coming in now because he wants to clarify one or two things. And so to our viewers, don't go to bed. Listen to Gary in the next 2 minutes or so.
Yeah, no problem. I think I'm on the lookout. The waiting room is right in front of me, so I can't miss. So we had Mr. Mukelabai who was phoning us from Norway, General. Norway. Do you know where that is?
Norway is close to me. It's close. I'm very, very close to Norway. So yes, I know where Norway is. And I heard him say he wants to give us money for evacuate. That's good. Mr. Mkeleba, if you're still listening, yes, give us the money, as long as there's got no conditions attached.
General, why conditions? No, they're not. There'll be no conditions.
That's what I'm saying. As long as that money has no conditions attached to it, yeah, that's fine. So
yeah,
if it's supporting backward to grow so that we can broadcast more, that's good. And then there is this other gentleman who was saying that violence is going to continue. Mush, I think I said that the next 12 days is going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
Because one thing I can say to Zambia, PF might be having their WhatsApp groups thinking that we're not listening. We're listening to your WhatsApp group, guys. We know what you're planning.
Right. So we have Mr. Mapanza Nkwilimba.
Mr. Mapanza Nkwilimba is not. Mr. Mapanza Nkwilimba, can you go ahead, sir?
Oh, thank you so much. Good evening.
I've been
trying to reach.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I've been trying to reach Gary Nkombo as well. I think he's trying to join. Yeah, but it's something about these foreign gadgets among the ballot boxes. I think that as opposition we have failed our responsibility. There's no way we should have allowed a situation where we don't inspect all the boxes that are suspect and giving an excuse of boxes being too many. And that's the reason why they should have been inspected, because there are too many. You do not know what else is in those boxes. There could be other ballot boxes amongst those big boxes. It could be anything among, including those phones that we are talking about. There could be something else that could have been there. And I'm really disappointed that all the opposition representatives failed to ensure that those boxes were inspected there and then. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
And
now,
talking about the violence, I'm really afraid that, as you said, I think the next 12 days, if there is no serious intervention from whoever can, we are likely to lose more lives. It's becoming ugly. I would want to be optimistic, but really, when you look at what has been building up, for 7 years or so, UPND people have been killed, have been maimed. Nobody has been talking. And it's unfortunate that we have lost 2 lives. But who has been, and right now it's interesting that many people are talking about this, but they've been silent for 7 years. I wish they had started talking earlier, the church. I heard a number of people from the church today talking about it, but they should have started talking about this 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So here we are. We have been quiet for 7 years, and it's looking like it's too late now.
Right.
But I pray and hope that you know, as Mr. Munsha says, there will be calm. You know, people will tone down, and hope that things will go in the right direction soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am very worried. I am very worried. There's a feedback, Musha.
Yeah. It was from Mr. Nkwilimba's phone.
Okay.
I've fixed it.
Yeah. To our viewers, I'm getting a message from Gary. Says I'm following but failing to connect. There's a Gary Chilalankombo. I really don't know why. Why, Gary, you're finding problems. I really don't understand why. The other option we can do, Gary, is that we can do a special program for you in the morning tomorrow, because we are broadcasting the whole day tomorrow. Musha, are we still on tomorrow?
Oh yes, yeah. Tomorrow 6 to 6.
Yeah, we can do Gary Nkombo the whole day, because I can see his note here. The message is that I'm following but failing to connect. So which means there is really, I don't want to give you his number on. I don't want to give you Musha his number publicly, because I think it's important to keep his number private as well. So following what Mr. Nkulimba said, Musha, you're very optimistic. I'm worried. I am very, very worried, because the next 12 days we might have, you know, people will be venting out their anger, which they've had for the last 7 years. Lawrence Banda was killed. Nobody talked about it in Kaoma. We've had a lot of people being killed, a lot of people being stabbed, a lot of things have been happening. Nobody was talking about it. Now we unfortunately have 2 people dying 12 days before elections. And people will vent out. And Musha, I didn't want to say this. PF think we are not listening to their WhatsApp groups. We are. And we know what they're planning. So please, I would beg them, do not carry out the plans which you have. If Antonio is listening to us, we are listening to all your WhatsApp groups, Antonio.
Yeah.
Zambians are not stupid. We're not stupid. We're listening to all the PF WhatsApp groups. And the things they're discussing in those WhatsApp groups are not nice.
Yeah.
We can't kill ourselves. We can't kill ourselves just for the sake of being in power. No, we shouldn't.
General, I am using optimism as a strategy towards peace.
Yeah.
I'm not using optimism as a way to say that everything is going to be okay. Instead, what I'm saying is, if we give up now, the violence is going to escalate. So what I'm saying is, the people of Zambia have a chance to stop it by being optimistic that on August 12, it's going to be all right. That is what I really mean in this. I'm not in any way downplaying the threat that violent people have. What I'm saying is, let us continue remaining optimistic. We are catching these thieves. We are catching these Kelenkas in their own tracks. Even if we know that the system might have failed in Dubai, but at least it worked in Lusaka. And we found what we found, our people, our observers. And that is very important. Let's keep on being vigilant. Let's keep on following the audit trail, and it's going to be okay. People should not give in to violence, and let's just tone down, okay? These people want a violent election, but the people of Zambia can say no to that and come back and say, no, we don't want, we know that you want violence. We know that that's what they want. That's why they kept this militia.
Yeah.
It is because they wanted to ferment more and more violence. Now that they see that this militia is going nowhere, they want to continue causing the confusion. Let us stop to that by being optimistic, by being peaceful, and showing up big time on election day. If they want to make Lusaka violent, let it be that all the other areas where there will be peace. Let elections be held very peacefully. Give the candidate that we've endorsed a huge, insurmountable lead, such that if the Lusaka-sponsored violence were to happen, it will be inconsequential to the final result. However, let us remain optimistic, General. That is what I'm trying.
I do, Musha. What I'm just saying that our colleagues have been working towards this violence for the last 7 years.
Right.
Remember that in 2016 in Lusaka, they overran the polling stations.
Right.
They overran the polling stations, and they completely brought in violence. Let's not forget that they ended up arresting Mwaliteta and other people for 1 year because the Mwaliteta was trying to stop them from doing what they were doing.
Right.
And then these deaths have continued. Let's not forget what happened in Sesheke.
Right.
The police tried to stop these people in Sesheke. Shapa was fired. Let's not forget that people who have been shot dead in Lusaka.
Right.
And now they are using this to actually cause violence because they are realizing that a clean election they are going to lose.
Right.
So the only way for them to win this election is through violence. And for them to get that violence is to create that violence through Kalimashi and the group Kanyama, Kamgodi, and all these. These are the hot spots. In fact, we have counted 7 hot spots in Lusaka.
Right. Okay.
And these are the hot spots they want to use to create chaos. You know what they are saying? They want to go and vote early, and by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, cause confusion everywhere so that people cannot go and vote. They are saying these things in their own WhatsApp groups. And I can repeat it, Munsha, again, our viewers. Tell Antonio to say, the WhatsApp groups, they're having their discussion, we're listening to them.
All right. Thank you very much. We've got to end here. We will try to restart the broadcast shortly and see whether we can bring Honorable Gary Nkombo on. So we know that we might lose a followership after we do this, but we've got to do it. It's necessary so that we can reboot ourselves and try to see whether we can have Honorable Gary Nkombo join us. Thank you very much for joining us today. This has been TV Bakwetu presentation, and we'll see you on the other side. Good night, and God bless our country.